What is up, gamers? It is Electrified DBD, and welcome back to the channel for another video. And this is just going to be a quick video explaining the new update to Dead by Daylight and the new chapter that's coming out. See, I don't play on the on PC for Dead by Daylight, so I can't go on the PTB and show you guys a new killer, but you can be sure as soon as a new killer drops on Xbox, I'll be getting gameplay for you guys, and with the new killer and mainly the new survivor. So yeah, I just wanted to go over the new killer and the new survivor's perks and the new killer's power and all of that stuff. So let's get right into it. So the new survivor's name is Felix Richter, I believe. And his perks are Visionary. You're remarkably focused on your means of escape. You see the auras of generators within 32 meters. Anytime a generator is completed, Visionary is on cooldown. So this you can see gens, which is horrible. Never ever use this perk. All you need to do is look for the flashing lights for generators. If you use this perk, you're garbage. Anyways, moving on. Desperate Measures, you refuse to fail even during your darkest hour. Increases healing and unhooking speeds by 10, 12, 14% for each injured, hooked, or dying survivor. So basically it's a counter to Thanatophobia, and this is honestly really interesting because it also increases your unhooking speeds. So I think that this could actually be a useful perk in some healing builds, and I think it's definitely worth running in some healing builds. This is for sure his best perk. Built to last, you know how to get the most out of your tools. Once per trial, a depleted item will refill 30, 40, or 50% of its charges after 10 seconds. This is really good. Can you imagine using like a really good beamer with batteries and everything, and then it just gets refilled 50% after you use it all? That is really strong and annoying for killers. Same thing with a med kit or anything like that. So I think that these two perks are definitely decent. And yeah, I mean, I don't see either of them being meta perks, but I think they are good perks nonetheless. Alright, so now let's move on to the Blight, the new killer, also known as Talbot Grimes. That's right. So let's go over his ability first of all. So rush, basically, so he presses, so you start a rush and you dash forward really fast using a token. While performing rush, you can't launch an attack. Rushing into walls or obstacles will cause the Blight to slam into them, inducing the chain rush window. So, and once you slam into an item, or slam into like a wall or a window or something, then you can spin around, and it also consumes a token, and then you can launch an attack mid-rush. So you use rush, you slam into a wall and then bounce off of it, and then you can go and hit a survivor. It is really difficult to use from everything I've seen, but it can be really good if you know how to use it. So I'm gonna think that we're not gonna see a lot of people playing Blight, but I think that the few people who do play Blight are going to be extremely good, and it's going to be very hard to deal with them. Alright, so then we've got his 3 perks. After kicking a generator for the next 30 seconds, the first survivor that interacts with it will scream, revealing their location for 4 seconds, and be exposed. I think this is a very good perk, I think. So, you know, it'll first of all notify you where they are and when a survivor's on the gen, and you expose them. So I think that's a very strong perk, and I think definitely people are going to be using that one. Hex Blood Favor. A hex that gains the favor of the entity when blood is split. When a survivor is hit with a basic attack, all pallets within a radius of 16 meters are held in place by the entity for 15 seconds and cannot be pulled down by survivors. I did not think when I saw this perk that it was actually a thing. Like, this is nuts. I mean, it is a hex totem, to be fair, but that is just so good. Like, you hit a survivor and pallets are just blocked. You might even be able to run Bamboozle with this, and maybe that could be good too. I don't know, but I just know that is crazy. We've never seen a perk like that, so I think that is definitely going to be another meta perk. And last of all, Hex Undying, a hex which maintains the vile powers that flow throughout the trial. When it's active and a different hex totem is cleansed, that hex will be transferred to a dull totem as long as one exists. And survivors' auras are revealed for 4, 5, or 6 seconds when they're within 2 meters of any totem. So I think you could run Hex Undying and Blood Flavor together to be really, really, really strong. So I think that you could run those two together, and then you know when someone's trying to cleanse your Blood Favor, and you can go over there and stop them, and even if they do end up cleansing it, then it'll just go to a dull totem. So I think that can be, Hex Undying can be really good in some totem builds. I think all three of these perks are strong perks, and I don't think you can really go wrong with any of them. Hex Undying is definitely the weakest of the three, but they are all really strong. So I think I can see people using all three of these perks. They're all really good perks. And yeah, with that said, thank you guys for watching the video. If you did enjoy, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button down below. I'd really appreciate that. And you can go check out in the description my socials, my my Twitch, my Twitter. I post on Twitter a lot. All that good stuff. Previous videos and a Google link to have your VOD reviewed and do it. But I've got another game planned that we're going to do. And I'm not going to tell you guys which game we're going to do, but it is something completely different. And I'm not going to stop doing Dead by Daylight content, but I am going to do this content in addition to it. So just be on the lookout for that in the near future. And with that said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.